People ask me all the time what type of sketchbook I use, and the answer is a Moleskine sketchbook. I use a Moleskine A4 size sketchbook for all of my larger size graphite drawings and a lot of my smaller graphite drawings as well. Moleskine is not only great for graphite, it also works really well for mixed media. It's one of my favorite materials to use for alcohol markers. Alcohol markers will bleed, but they blend really well on Moleskine paper. Moleskine will also work for watercolor. It's going to get a little warbly, but it still works. It still looks nice. I've also used it for acrylic marker. I mean, Moleskine's very versatile, and it's very much a mixed media type of paper, but I love using it for graphite. There's a few things that I really like about Moleskine. One is you can erase on it a lot more than your average piece of paper. So prior to Moleskine, I would waste a lot of paper because I would draw or I would have a sketch, and then I wouldn't really be able to erase it. It would still have the ghost lines. It would pick up a lot of just stray graphite from my hand, and it would smudge against itself, whereas Moleskine handles erasing much better than your average sketchbook. It's going to keep a lot of the integrity of the paper even after you've done some erasing, a lot better than your average piece of paper. That being said, it's not magic paper. It's still going to kind of fall apart a little bit if you keep erasing in the same spot, but even if you erase a lot in one spot and then you move over a little bit, then you're good to go. Moleskine's also really thick, so I always draw on both sides of the paper, and then I don't have any issues. Like I said before, Moleskine does not smudge against itself near as much as your average sketchbook. I still seal my pages with hairspray. I've heard that hairspray can potentially yellow your paper. My paper's already yellow because it's Moleskine, so it doesn't really bother me. But you're going to want to seal it with something probably, and then I put a piece of paper in there in between just to keep them from rubbing up against each other. But on a regular sketchbook, I wouldn't be able to do this at all. I had to always tear my pages out because if they touched each other, they'd be completely smudged and ruined. Moleskine, that doesn't really happen with. So all that said, Moleskine is very expensive. I am aware of that. However, I have been using the same Moleskine sketchbook for over 2 years at this point. If you've been around for a while, maybe you remember the Toji sketch that I did a while back and a Kenjaku sketch. Those were the first sketches that I did in my current Moleskine sketchbook. I've been using the same one since then, and I've done a lot of drawings since then. So I draw, like I said, on the front and the back, and I never throw pages away, and I'm able to keep erasing. So in the long run, I have saved so much money actually on paper because I use Moleskine, because on a different sketchbook, I went through it a lot faster. Anytime I messed up, I'd have to just start on a fresh page. I could not draw on the fronts and the backs. Moleskine, it just keeps going. My goal for the year is to finish this sketchbook finally, because 2.5 years is a little ridiculous. But in the long run, yeah, it's worth every penny in my opinion. If you're getting it for casual sketching, maybe buy a different sketchbook, a simpler one. But if you're getting it to really draw some drawings that you want to spend a lot of time on, a lot of energy on, or to have it for mixed media, I think Moleskine is a really great option that could potentially last you for a long time.